Welcome back, Hop Nation USA listeners. This is Dennis Guy, your favorite co-host here at the Hop Nation USA podcast. With me, as always, we have Adam.
Yes, because I live here.
That is true. This would be weird if we were sitting up here and you weren't. Actually, no. I would literally come into your house, poop in your bathroom if you weren't home. So.
Probably. As long as you sent me a message beforehand to let me know what was happening.
I'm not a monster.
Whatever.
Of course I would.
Yeah.
You at least get a Facebook Messenger.
Yeah. You're a respectable human being.
Oh, without a doubt. And on the knobs and dials, we have our main man, the bearded wonder, Steve.
Thank you. I am not a good person because I have a friend I absolutely pooped in his house without him knowing.
Is it who I think it is?
Oh, of course it's who you think it is because we all knew his garage code.
I know.
Oh,
and there was a time, and maybe it happened more than once, where I would be leaving grocery shopping at a Walmart, and his house was in between home and the Walmart. And I just stop in.
You gotta go. You gotta go.
I gotta go, and I don't want to go in the Walmart.
Right.
The funny thing is, if that was like your way of passively aggressively getting back at him because you eat like a bunch of Chipotle and then you poop in his house.
Nah, it wasn't like an angry thing. It was just like convenience. Because like, if again, it's pooping in his house, and that's way more comfortable than pooping in a stall or
especially
some guy
at Walmart,
right? Because in the other stall at Walmart, somebody's trying to boot up, heroin or
or like I've had deuce at a Walmart before, and a guy was in the stall next to me, and he was sitting down, and there was no pants on the ground, like around his ankles. So I don't even know what that means. Did he just not have pants on? Like, I don't get it.
Maybe
Where's your pants?
He hung them up.
Well, if you're expecting a large black back blast radius, and I understand that. But that voice that you hear right across from me is our main man, Ryan from Fueled by Hops. What up, Ryan?
What's up, Dennis? I don't think I've ever pooped at your house. I don't think I've ever been to your house, actually.
Dude, you can definitely poop at my house.
Okay.
It depends on what you ate. I'll ask you a series of questions. Depending upon your
form.
Your diet.
You have to apply.
There's an office bathroom 20 feet away where you can poop in a public area if you had a lot of fiber. I don't pay for the plumbing, but I don't want to be inconvenienced either.
Gotcha.
I'm going to blow your pipes out.
That sounds like a 1989 porn film. I'm going to blow your pipes out.
I retract my statements.
Yikes.
I have aggressively pooped before, though, like you were talking, at McDonald's.
Like a hate poop?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I went to a McDonald's and pooped in without buying anything at McDonald's.
Oh, everybody's done that.
I'm just saying that's. I haven't done it to friends, but I'll do it to franchises.
I haven't done that because I
can't
kind of
poop at
like
McDonald's.
nugs.
Nah.
I got to get me a little nuggies.
That's fine.
Little
Just
nuggies.
think of it as a reward for a job well done afterwards.
Dropping off nuggies, picking up nuggies.
Okay, now with that analogy, I'm down with it.
I've learned the best places to poop on the road are the
Off to the side, like not in the middle of the road.
when you're on the road, when you're not at your house. The 4 and 5 star hotels,
Just sort of walk
hands
in
down.
there.
Yep.
Fairfield Inns, by
Legit.
far the best.
I learned that in the oil field. Like we'd be driving, get a call at 3 a.m, have to be in Kentucky, and shortly after, and all hotels. What are they going to say? They're not going to say that.
You just say hi. You just walk in.
Yep.
Hi, how you doing?
Act
Yeah.
like you belong.
Right.
Yeah.
This is another life hack. Get yourself a coffee on the way out.
Yeah.
And a muffin.
Or some cucumber water if it's that kind of hotel.
Ooh, damn! You poop in some fancy places, Steve.
I've been in a hotel or two.
The Fairfield Inns, I think, all use double ply. So,
Nice.
you know,
That's a good standard to set.
yeah, quality inns are all single ply.
Well,
So,
while we talked poop hacks,
Yeah.
poop
let's
acts.
slide over to Steve for what the hell are we doing today?
Right, so we're in the middle of our holiday programming, officially called the Fueled by Hop Nation USA Podcast Spectacular Crossover Collaboration Event of 2019 to end the year into 2020.
Oh, I like it.
AD.
But we are still a craft beer podcast, despite what we've been talking about for the past 5 minutes.
Which we all do it.
Yeah.
I think it added value.
But we will be moving on to a Christmas ale which we will drink and review for your listening pleasure. This is the Saucy Brew Works out of Cleveland, Ohio, with the Three Hoes Christmas Ale.
Ooh.
Yes, it is a 7.5% amber ale with spices, and it has nutmeg, cinnamon, ginger, and honey.
So basically like every other one that we've had the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
I'm starting to see a pattern. So these Christmas ales are higher in ABV because around the holidays you deal with people you don't normally deal with.
Truth.
And you spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, Steve, what kind of ABV does this beer have?
I already said it was 7.5.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
I know.
All right.
I know you didn't hear.
I was over here doing my own thing.
You were just thinking about all the things. I'm telling you, this one's 7.5.
That is so good. I don't know why I expected you to reach the whole way across the table and pour all the beer, Steve.
You could have moved the glass closer to me.
I
Steve
knew
does not
you
have robot arms.
I knew you could
yet.
succeed.
Yet. That's a 2027 thing.
You're a fellow tall guy. You could have did it.
I could have. But, yeah, 2027, I'm hoping for them extendo robot arms.
Ooh, like Go-Go Gadget arms?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to be the first one with those arms, though.
I know, that's why 2027. Because, like, they're pretty good with some biotech right now.
Yeah.
But I think, like 2025, they'll be out. And then, like, we can get iArms 6.
Oh, yeah.
By 2027.
It's going to make the current prosthetics look like Legos.
Mm-hmm. And you don't even have to lose your arms for it. You just... I want more.
True.
I want more arm. So, we've got this one poured out, and you've listened to the past 2 weeks because you're a good listener, and you know that we've been drinking Christmas ales. This one is darker than the last one. I don't know if it's as dark as the Holly Jolly.
I'd put it in the middle.
It's approaching?
I put it in the middle.
Put it in the middle.
It is. I'd say it is definitely closer to the Holly Jolly than it was for the Great Lakes Christmas that we had in the past.
Yeah.
I concur.
The one thing I'll say is it doesn't have the same red tinge that the other two did.
Mm-mm.
This one's just kind of more of a caramel brown.
Which is fine.
It's fine.
Not hating.
On the nose, though, there's a lot of spice.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of spice.
The whole table is getting that smell.
Yeah, it's a spicy.
It's very fragrant for sure.
Absolutely.
It's a potpourri.
Not in a bad way.
No, in a very I'm home for Christmas, I smell cookies in the
Whoa.
oven kind of way.
Yeah, this is cookies in the oven right here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's a huge rush of nutmeg that I got.
Yeah, there on the back end. It was interesting.
It's probably a one and doneer, but it's good.
Oof. Yeah.
It's a lot of spice. The Great Lakes, I think, is a little bit more drinkable,
Right.
but this one definitely a lot of spice.
This one comes right out of the box at you.
Yeah.
It's almost like they
punchy.
dumped the spices just directly in the beer.
They might have.
It's close.
It's very possible.
a little extra to tap
Yeah.
it, cup it off here.
We've had some beers in the past that just like it was very obvious that they just threw spices in at the end because there was like almost a film on the top of the beer of
Almost
like
greasy.
Yeah, greasy.
It's like cooking with too much oil, then you put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
You was going to see that later.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, this one it isn't quite as greasy as that. Don't see anything floating on the top like that.
Right.
But it's very winter spiced.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Ryan that it's not as approachable as what we had before in the past. However, I could definitely have one, max two of these guys because it is a full body, full spice. It's not a bad beer. It's good.
It's a good dessert one. I'd have it with dessert.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely grab some cookies and
That's
pair with
exactly
this
what
one.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
Grab a handful of
Actually,
cookies.
now that you bring that up, I can taste sugar cookie in my mouth. Like-
Yeah, it's very much cookie time beer.
Yeah.
But hey, it's good enough. With that in mind, though, we will continue our holiday programming.
Dun, 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 dun.
And we'll finish off the year with just talking about our general best and worst. We don't often get the chance to just talk about things that aren't beer. So now's the chance. Get it out of your
Taking
fucking
the opportunity.
Yeah, get it out of your fucking system because it ain't gonna happen again until another year. But I just want to start us off nice and easy. We most of us watch movies.
That's true.
I know Adam has seen a movie this year.
I'm
so
projector probably.
yeah, he's seen a movie in 2019, so we can do this category.
Yes.
But
I have.
He has. Mm-hmm. But very easily, what was your favorite movie of 2019? And if Adam, you want to start,
I'll go first.
right
That's
ahead.
fine. That's fine.
You should be very proud of yourself that you went to the theater in 2019.
I did. I went to the theater exactly once this year, and I felt good about it. And, of course, if you listen to the show on a regular basis, you already know what movie that is going to be. But if you have not listened to that episode, it is the movie Ford v. Ferrari.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, come on. How could you not love a movie like that? And I was lucky enough to go to the movie theater and enjoy the full theater experience with the big screen and the giant speakers. That is a movie that deserves that huge sound system. I was a little apprehensive about the movie, and for those that are not aware what the movie is about, it profiles the Ford Motor Company hooking up with Carroll Shelby and trying to beat Ferrari at the 1966 24-hour of Le Mans, an endurance race in France. That's in Europe.
Thanks, Adam.
Thanks for clearing that up.
I was like, hey, my globe's a little outdated, but
and I will say, I saw it opening night, and I've had a little bit of time to digest it a little bit, and it is not a good car movie. It is just a good movie. It is not the type of movie where you have to be a car guy, you have to, kind of understand the story going in or anything like that. It is just a really good movie. And oh, by the way, it has a fantastic story to go along with it. So if you haven't seen it, go see it. That was my favorite movie of 2019. Book it. Done.
Okay, I don't know if you know how long movies last in theaters anymore, but it's probably gone.
Well, then you know what? There's got to be a dollar theater around somewhere.
Yeah.
Or it'll be on demand.
Right. Get it on demand in like 2 weeks.
Right. But when that happens, make sure that you go buy yourself a good home theater system.
Okay. Ask for that for Christmas.
Yes.
To prepare for the movie.
Yeah, you need that full, just the oral, just
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, I imagine like if it's on 5.1 or 7.1,
Yeah.
it's the cars are traveling around behind you,
Yes.
sound wise. So yeah, yeah. I imagine that has really good sound too.
It is, and it does, and I have to go see it again.
Okay.
Easy enough.
So you went to the movies once this year?
Once.
You have to come. It used to be a dollar theater where I live.
Okay.
So I live by Century 3 Mall, and we used to have a dollar theater, which used to be like really cheap, and like when you'd step down, your feet would like kind of stick to the ground.
Oh, the old theater experience.
Yeah, but now it's a luxury theater.
Ooh.
You have reclining seats.
So when I went to go see Ford v Ferrari, I went to the luxury theater that had the full leather reclining seats, and it had the nice little tray table in front of you so you
Yeah.
can put your snacks and your chocolate milk.
Amazing. It's changed the whole
my
game.
chalky milk.
and apparently your juice box.
I get my snacks and my chalky milk, and I'm ready to go.
The luxury experience has changed the whole movie game for me.
It has.
I still don't go to movies, but nonetheless, the one that I did see there, amazing.
Would go again.
Yes.
Whenever something else comes out that I want to see.
Right on.
So is this in 2019 us actually going to the movies or just movies that we've seen?
I mean, you can pick a movie if it came out on streaming. Because the movie I saw came out in 2019, but I didn't see it until it was like DVD streaming.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Done.
Would you like to tell us?
Well, I was just going to say a movie that was new to, not new to me. I've known about it, but I finally had time to actually watch it.
I mean, you can go for that. I was trying to more focus on 2019 movies, but yeah.
You do you.
And honestly, I thought it was 2019, so I just looked it up.
Okay.
So this is my reality.
Okay, just do
We'll
you.
allow it.
Was
do you,
the,
whatever.
Get in there.
The newest Jurassic Park movie.
Oh, okay.
I think that was late 2018.
I don't know. Sure.
Call it what it is.
So with me, well, a lot of people don't know. Actually, my wife knows this because I only eat dinosaur nuggies whilst I'm at home. But growing up, I actually wanted to be a paleontologist, so I would do mock fossil burials and redig them. That was before I found the love of building computers. But I fell in love with everything dinosaur, and no matter how cheesy or silly or ridiculous or far-fetched they get, I will always watch every single Jurassic Park movie.
Fair enough.
So, Dennis, have you been to the Carnegie Museum of Natural History lately?
I have.
Where they have the archaeological dig area where
Yep.
you can go digging through stuff? Did you go in there?
No, because I'm an adult now.
It doesn't matter.
Well, it does when you have to pay Duquesne Light. How does that conversation look? The wife goes, our electricity's off. And then I say, I was eating dino nuggies and digging for dinosaurs. Like that's not going to work out, Adam.
Can't just say, I got mine.
No. Oh, God. Well, she'll get hers with that right hook.
But look what I found in the dirt.
It's like, great, go sell it. Probably my dignity.
Right on. So, Ryan, what was your 2019 movie of the year?
I kind of have two,
Okay.
but I'll keep it brief.
Yeah, you can break the rules. Dennis already did.
So, on a flight back from actually Mexico a couple weeks back, I watched the movie Billy Banks, I want to say.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that one.
It was the story of this guy. His name was, I think it was Billy Banks.
Billy.
Well, I hope so, because that's the title of the movie you're talking about.
Yeah, no, but I really hope that's like actually the guy's name. But anyway, so he was a football player in high school. This is a true story, 100% true story. He was a football player in high school who got accused of rape, and he went to jail for 6 years. And he gets out of jail, so he's like 23, 24, somewhere in that range, and he's like trying to get back to the NFL. But he has this like thing on his record, so he can't like get into school, he can't get a job, and like all this bad stuff is happening to him. And he actually gets exonerated in the state of California. So, and he ends up actually playing in the NFL, which is really, really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
that is cool.
So it's an awesome story. I thought it was a great movie, very well done. And I like really, really thoroughly enjoyed it. Even though I just stumbled upon it, I thought it was great. But the second best movie, which might be the first, but I just wanted to talk about Billy real quick, is I just watched it last night, The Irishman on Netflix. Amazing. Martin Scorsese movie. Usual characters, Joe Pesci, Robert De Niro, mob flick. Amazing. Just, if you're going to watch it, set aside a lot of time because it is very long.
Yeah.
But it's very slow. It's very long, but it's a very good movie.
I mean, it's a Scorsese
Just long
film.
episodes, or?
It's like 3.5 hours.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this a series?
It's a movie.
No, no,
It's a
We're
movie.
talking
It's a
movies.
movie.
He said Netflix. I'm used to thinking like
They make
Netflix
movies now.
original.
They make movies
They have
too.
movies too.
Okay, fine.
But it's
Sorry,
it is
sorry,
almost.
we can't give you this one,
I just watch a lot of series on Netflix. That's all.
as most of us do. But they also have movies.
But it is almost 4 hours, so it is a very long movie. Yeah. It's about an old, it's actually a true story too. It's like a hitman from the mafia days. Really, really interesting stuff. So,
Nice.
awesome
All right,
movie.
I guess I'll peep it
Okay.
now that I know it's a movie.
Yeah.
Steve, I assume you have an entire list you have to run through.
Oh God.
No, actually, I'll just pick one because honestly, things got so damn muddled with everything I've watched this year. Like, I've watched a bunch
Just like it blends together, or
No, just a bunch of, like, I don't know when things come out technically.
oh,
Because I watched a movie recently called Train to Busan, which is a Korean zombie film. I wasn't terribly sure when it came out, but looking into it, it like came out in Korea 2016, but came out in America 2017, but I didn't see it till now. So
yeah.
the only one I can confirm that came out 2019, that I watched in 2019, that I liked was Midsummer. And I watched the director's cut of Midsummer. So that movie is close to 3 hours long
Jesus.
Chief.
for a quote-unquote horror movie.
Oh,
Wow.
Quote-unquote horror movie. It's not really a horror movie. It's much more in the league of like Apocalypse Now, where
Okay.
like there's horrible things that happen, but it's much more meditative on like social standards and the way people interact in society. Like, you see horrific imagery that helps convey those things and like shock you into that. But yeah, otherwise it's a really good movie, and it's incredibly interesting for a horror movie because most of it occurs in daylight. The title is Midsummer, so it occurs in Sweden during midsummer when they have nothing but daylight.
Right.
Like, it gets dark for 2 hours a night. So yeah.
That's not an exaggeration.
No, not really, because it's near the Arctic Circle.
That's wow.
Yeah, Alaska gets like that too.
Yeah.
The opposite would be 30 days a night.
Oh, which
vampire-
is a vampire. Oh, I
yeah.
actually enjoyed that one kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah. Well, that occurs in winter in Alaska, so midsummer is Sweden in July.
All right, I'm
Or
down
June,
with that.
really.
I can dig that movie.
I definitely suggest it, but again, set a lot of time aside because it's a long fucking movie. But it's really good. If you saw Hereditary, okay, watch them both.
Okay.
Same director.
Back to back, take a day.
Yeah, back to back, take a day. Call off Sunday.
Take a nap in between.
It's the Lord's Day.
Yeah, the Lord's Day to watch horror movies.
If you didn't want it, they wouldn't exist.
Yeah. So let's dive a little deeper, and we'll just get into like everybody's best event of 2019. Like, what happened to you in 2019 that you were really happy about, or did you go to like a concert, or I'll even say beer fest. We're trying to keep it, non-beer related, but if you went to a beer fest that really, really impacted you, go ahead and say it. Excuse me.
Ooh. Heavy metal, I like it. I guess I'll just dip right in there.
Sure, fire away.
So are we saying the best and worst, or just the best for right now?
Just the best for now.
Just the best?
Yeah.
So what's impacted me, which was a huge burden off my shoulders, I actually put together an internship program for the accelerator in the startup co-working space I'm a part of, and we got our first 2 ever interns. We got some Carnegie Mellon interns. Like the one lady, so she's an immigrant from China, and she graduated high school while she was still in middle school. She already has a degree from University in Boston, and it's just insane. Like when we were talking about what we do, she was coming up with these statistical mathematical models that can actually help us, and I was like, you're literally like, I have genes older than you. but I thought that was just super cool and interesting, and that has helped us out so much. And we have another lady from she's also an immigrant from Russia, and she's doing some really cool deep dive data mining stuff for us, which we, like I said, so it's just my wife and I, and we couldn't get to where we want to be without the help that we're getting now. So I'm super appreciative and pumped up about that.
Right on.
That's going to be a tough thing to follow up.
Yeah.
We should have made you go last.
I will. I don't care. I bought a new computer, and that's helped me a lot in editing 4K video.
Oh, good.
And I'm going to be learning VR as soon as I can.
That's
Hell
awesome.
yeah.
Actually, I mean, I've already been learning VR, but
Continue to learn.
yeah, I'll be trying to get more jobs editing VR and 360 video when I can.
Well, you can get more stuff done now with that new computer, because I know before
absolutely.
you were running into where you would literally go make food and then hope that it's done by the time you get back.
And I still use the old computer too to export video. But it's a real Ron Popeil setup now where I just set it and forget it with that one. I'm not hampered. I can just let it go. But yeah, the computer I'm running now is a bit of a beast, and I'm happy that I was able to buy it and I can get more jobs off of it.
Sweet.
Desktop or laptop?
That's
Oh,
Yeah.
desktop always.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, my man.
just because I'm always going to be hooking up more hard drives to it.
Yeah.
And I've already been looking at setting up a RAID server for it to really.
Yes.
I just wanted to know how much it would cost.
Now this is nerd porn.
Yeah.
How many GBs on the graphics card?
On the graphics card?
2 gigs, probably?
No.
Are you running 2 graphics cards?
Or wait, no, hold on. I'm running 1 graphics card. I got 16 gigs of regular RAM,
Oh, damn.
and it is 2 gigs on the graphics
I know, I
card.
sensed it. I like it.
Sick.
I'll slowly fade away.
8-thread processor.
Talk more later. For me, it was a trip I was able to take this summer up into the Finger Lakes, and specifically to Watkins Glen. Don't be laughing over there.
I'm sorry, you said Fingers Lake.
Yeah, well, hey,
That
everybody
reminds
has a
me
good
an
time in their
SNL
own way.
skit,
Dip. But with Watkins Glen, of course, is the home of the Watkins Glen International Raceway. I'm sure you're noticing a bit of a theme here with the things that I enjoy here in 2019. But what was awesome, I was able to go up there to go check out some endurance racing, and what that did was that kind of reignited something in me that I need to get back out into racing. I had kind of laid off of that a little bit in the last year or two, but after seeing that and experiencing that again, that has kind of refired something in me that is going to lead into 2020, and there are things happening that I need to go out to more tracks. I need to do more track days. I need to go to more facilities. Watkins Glen, pit race we have here in Pittsburgh, Mid-Ohio. And it has kind of gave me a goal to be able to go race Daytona International Raceway. And there are ways you can do that with your own personal car now, where you can actually go and run Daytona. Now, it's a little convoluted how you're going to be able to do it, but damn it, I'm going to do it. And
That's a good goal, man.
That trip to Watkins Glen is kind of what triggered that. That's what I was happy about.
Right on.
Sweet. So I'll go. I know this isn't supposed to be beer related, but I would be remiss if I didn't say the best thing that happened to me 2019, the day I started Fueled by Hops.
Oh, yeah.
It was an amazing run. I've made so many new friends. So many awesome people have come into my life. I've taken some great trips. We've gone down to Richmond to do some podcasting. We've gone to St. Louis. We were in Nashville for a little bit. I'm getting ready to head out east. Tomorrow night, actually, I'm going out east to do some podcasting out that way in the Philadelphia region. So met a lot of great people, and it's just been an amazing run. So that is by far the best thing that's happened to me this year.
Nice.
Gonna get to go out the Wawa, get some hoagies.
Their hoagies are so much better.
They are.
They're so much better.
And get whatever collab beers that they're putting on now.
I don't care about the hoagies.
Hoagies. It's cut fresh
Are they
right
really
there.
that much better?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, they're so much better.
They're cut fresh right there.
Yeah, they're amazing.
The only place that did it better was when you go to Market District in Robinson, and they'll cut the hoagie meat right there as well. And you get the everything bread.
You know,
The everything
really
bread
good
is
at
where it's
painting
at.
this picture, Steve.
I
Every
know
single
hoagies.
podcast we do, I'm hungry.
I know hoagies.
And then you are just like a master artist when it comes to describing food.
I know hoagies.
You either need to be like a world-renowned chef or just do like a food porn channel.
Hoagie Nation.
I could do a food.
Hoagie Nation USA.
Yeah. I could do a binging with Babish style food
Oh, yeah,
porn channel.
for sure.
I'm not going to school again for
You don't
chefery.
need to.
Yeah.
Well, but no, in order to become a chef, like you have to go to school. Anybody,
know
who,
that.
yeah. Anybody who doesn't have a degree in culinary arts is not a chef. They're just a
That's
cook.
archaic and outdated.
They're just a cook. No, it's not archaic.
No,
it's
is.
a definition. You can't be if I fucking cut something off my body at home, I'm not a doctor.
No, you're an idiot.
Right. But I'm just saying.
But the internet has put an unlimited amount of information at our fingertips. I think the day where memorization tells you what you can do and cannot do, you know so much about food. I'm not saying being a world-renowned chef. Like, that was kind of a lot of truth said in jest.
Yeah, no, I know.
but-
I get what you're saying. I'm just saying it's just like you can learn a lot about medicine, but you still have to get that certification to be a doctor.
Yeah. No,
you can
I-
learn a lot about food on the
Oh, I
internet,
mean,
but there's
to be a
so
doctor,
much.
though, you can like kill somebody.
Yeah.
Food-wise,
I know
don't-
the stakes aren't the same.
Well, that's a funny.
I know.
word. You did it.
Yeah, I know the stakes aren't the same, but some are medium rare. The others, people die. But yeah, it's the same thing. You have to get that certification because there's also a lot of chemistry that goes into
Right.
it. You can learn chemistry. You can learn all kinds of things going to culinary arts. And I'm just not willing to because A, no money. B,
So,
I just enjoy my hobby of cooking.
like everyone else that doesn't want to necessarily go back to school, porn. So food porn. What
Yes.
we're going to focus on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I can do food porn hard.
Dude.
Also because I'm completely
subscribe.
irreverent. I mean, I don't know how often it's happened. I think I did it pretty early though. I made a deep dish pizza with pizza rolls in it. So
What the fuck?
I know, like what the
I
fuck.
want this.
But I've done it, so I've been there,
All right.
been down that road.
I think what that naturally leads into beyond 2019.
Yes.
What are we looking forward to? What it doesn't have to be beer related. What
What's the world?
yeah.
What are you excited? You can talk about your business, Dennis. You can.
Yeah, now's the time. Talk about the good things that you know are going to happen.
Yeah. You're in the business of beer, but if you're talking about your business and being excited about it, that's still looking forward to the future.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, fine. So
You have to be convinced.
I just thought I wrote everything down. I didn't. So what I'm super looking forward to in this upcoming year, right, is one of the biggest collabs that we've ever done in the history of our company. And we've done collaborations with Kennywood. We brewed Pittsburgh's first veteran-owned beer for vets, by vets. So not going to give too much out about this, but if you guys follow us on the tweets and the Twitters, you saw that we were reaching out to Yang Gang, aka Yingling, so they did a collab with Hershey, and we wanted to get a hold of some of that unique Hershey swag. And so, I would email them, reach out to them. Crickets. I was like, you know what, we're gonna have fun with this. So day one, I was like, day one, reaching out to Yingling. We got day 7, they liked the post, and I was like, hey guys, they're finally taking notice. Day 12, I get an email in my inbox. So I talked to them a little bit. They want to know about what we do at First at Brewbox, what our reach is. So I share that story with them, and they're like, you know what, you guys are a little too small for us. I'm like, man, what a great thing from the big brother of craft to say to another small business. Like, I get it, it's a thing. So, but it was all part of my master plan the whole time. So it's either they work with us or they don't, right? So they decide not to. So then I reached out to another super amazing hyper local chocolatier. We're not going to name any names, but I reached out to the CEO of that company on LinkedIn. I was like, this is what we do. He was like, Dennis, that is awesome. We want to be a part of this with a local brewery. So do you need a truckload or 2 truckloads of our stuff? I
Make
was
it
like,
2.
Good sir.
Let's
That's
start with the
not
box.
how beer works. He was like, Dennis, you could put this stuff in beer. I was like, by Scott, you can. So we got something super exciting coming out this Easter in a collaboration that we're doing. So follow us at First at Brewbox. I know this isn't the plug time, but I really want to share with you guys. But we're like super lock and key right now. But I'm so extremely excited about it.
Right on. I know what it is.
I do too.
Steve, man.
Yeah.
I don't.
I am equally
What's
excited.
I'm sure I
later.
talked to Steve many times.
We'll tell you later.
Steve gets me when I'm drinking and I'm hungry and he's doing his food porn.
Talk about hoagies.
How about hoagies?
Hoagies with the mozzarella and the provolone. Salami.
You need to stop. You got everybody
Hold
hungry
on,
at the
real
table
quick.
now.
What kind of meats you putting on there, Steve?
salami.
Ooh, any
Ham.
capicola? We doing?
Oh, we can do capicola. I'll do capicola on there.
Want to throw a little prosciutto on there?
Oh, prosciutto is expensive.
I don't care.
Prosciutto expensive. Yeah.
I don't
I mean,
care.
I
It's
would,
real
but it's
pricey.
expensive.
Yeah, it's pricey.
I'll bankroll that.
Gotta go to Aldi. Gotta go
Okay,
to
you
Aldi.
heard this right now. I want Adam to know for the rest of his days he's willing to bankroll prosciutto on our hoagies.
One hoagie each.
That's all I need. I'll take all prosciutto, please.
Fair enough. Who hasn't gone with what they're looking forward to in 2020?
I think Dennis is the only one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So who wants to go next?
I touched on mine a little bit as I am looking forward to getting back on the track a little bit more. That is something that I really want to get back into. I want to. I need to.
The actual track?
Yes.
Like racetrack or track where you run?
No, racetrack.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I can't run. I'm not going to run.
We can still be friends. Then.
Yeah, no. You see this wagon I'm dragging? No, I'm not running. That ain't having a jack. No. What?
Where do you find these series of words? Did you grow up watching like public broadcasting television?
Scrubs?
Okay,
Oh.
no.
There you go.
Fair
We're
enough.
friends again.
Fair enough.
Yeah. There you go. But yes, that is something that I'm looking forward to. Unfortunately, now that it is the new year, it is cold, it is dark, and it is stupid. Yes, I understand. It's stout weather. Don't yell at me, Steve. But
Weather is that
but springtime is the right time,
for racing,
and that's when things happen. So that's what I'm looking forward to in 2020.
but that's also still stout weather. So
Yes.
He said the best weather for stouts, Earth,
Earth.
all time.
All time.
the whole planet.
Ryan, what are you looking forward to?
Ooh. So on a personal level,
Sure.
obviously, if Fueled by Hops was my only gig, I probably wouldn't be here right now. Okay, because
Okay.
I'd probably be begging for money somewhere.
I know the feeling. I can show you the tricks of the trade.
So I do actually have a day job, and which is actually growing quite as successfully as Fueled by Hops. And Actually, I'm starting the year January 1st. I'm going to be on the cover of the biggest magazine in my industry.
No shit.
Damn.
Yeah. So
Congratulations.
Thanks, man. I'm super excited about that. They just emailed me today to tell me that it all went out to print, which is really, really cool. And I'm going to enjoy that to kick my year off. So,
Can you give the name of that publication out?
yes, I'm a financial planner. And the name of the publication is the Journal of Financial Planning.
Okay.
Well, no, I see how it's the biggest.
So one secret that people don't know about me, I guess I'll just share it on your podcast because, what the heck? I know a whole heck of a lot about student loans. And I get to travel a lot and speak at conferences. So Nashville, I got paid to go and speak at a conference, which is also why we travel so much on our podcast.
I was curious about that.
I was like, there's no way you could afford to just go,
Right.
let's do a podcast in Nashville.
Somebody else pays for all that.
St. Louis? Why the hell not?
Yeah, it's always random destinations, right? Like St. Louis. Like, who made that a travel destination, right? No offense, St. Louis. I love you guys. Awesome breweries out there.
They got the barbecue.
They do have amazing barbecue. But so I travel around. I speak on student loans a lot, and I grab the attention of this major magazine in my field, and I created a class that they're actually letting me plug in that article, and I'm going to direct it towards people who want to learn more about student loans, and I'm going to sell it, and I'm hoping that it does really well. So that is probably going to be the big focus of my 2020. And we're going to hire somebody for Fueled by Hops too. So
Right on.
we're actually going to hire people. So it's going to be great.
Sweet.
Neat.
Nice.
I might buy a camera.
Nice.
Damn it, Steve. Like video camera.
Yeah. Well,
Or like-
they're almost one and the same nowadays.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Some of them,
Absolutely.
they do
Like,
both.
yeah. So I'll probably. Yeah. I'm looking at a 4K DSLR.
Oh wow.
So it's
What brand?
not Sony. No. I believe it's Panasonic. Although, I mean, it depends on. I need good contracts. The one I can afford now, I believe, is Panasonic. If I get some good contracts coming up soon, then I could possibly shoot for a Sony. I believe it's A7.
Oh, I
Oh,
saw
the
those. I was
7000.
looking at those.
Yeah.
Mirrorless. Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually looking at those a couple weeks ago.
We're rocking the A6000, which is doing us very well.
Yeah, but it doesn't
But-
have 4K.
It doesn't, but
Yeah.
not a whole lot of things support 4K. But
Yeah.
I get it. It
It's
does
coming.
a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's coming.
It's a toss up because on the one hand, I could get the Sony A7, but on the other hand, I could get this Panasonic that also does 4K, and I could get like a green screen and a light setup. So, just looking to open up more avenues for
Yeah.
work for myself.
That's good.
That's all I
cool.
do. That's all I do is
Shit.
work.
And then next,
Watch long ass movies.
Yeah. Jesus. Do you watch any movie less than 2.5 hours?
Sure.
That's his
No.
appetizer.
That's what I watch to watch a movie. That's my trailer.
It's the movie before the movie. Sure, I do.
Tasty snack.
Speaking of tasty snacks, this Saucy Brew Works 3 hose. What y'all think?
It was phenomenal.
It was
That's
great.
it. It was
Yeah.
tasty. It was good.
It's one and done though.
Yeah.
It is, but I will put the caveat that it is not a one-trick pony.
There's not a one-trick pony. That's correct.
But it is a one and done. I will agree with
Yeah,
that.
it's one and done.
Or at least one every 5 beers.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much you guys are out there drinking in a row. But
To me, this is a beer that once you're done with dinner and you're on the coast down, but you know you're gonna have a few beers. This is the beer you lead off with.
Yep.
yes.
Yeah, this beer comes with a handful of cookies, and then immediately following it is when you get in the Fatty Boy Stout time.
Yeah.
Pastry time.
Yeah, you go from either a Holly Jolly or the Great Lakes Christmas. Those are both pretty easy drinking. They're mellow. They'll go through you the day. This one is desserty time, and then it leads right into Fatty Boy Stout time, which is all desserts
Yes.
and getting tuned up.
Get into that Blackwater series.
I thrive in that area.
That's your zone.
That is it, man.
I live in the darkness.
Bottom line, I think everybody likes this beer.
Yeah, it's fine.
Around the table. Keep it up, Saucy. Good shit.
Yeah, they're an interesting brewery, but I say check them out.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Do it.
All right, well, with that, it's time for promos. Who wants to go first? Ryan v. Dennis, fight for the right
to party.
I'll go first.
Okay.
So check us out on Facebook by joining our community of craft beer nerds. Head over to www.fueledbyhops.com/join to join up with us. You can also like us on Instagram. It is at fueledbyhops_. And then on Twitter, it is at fueledbyhops. So check us out. I do not run the Twitter or the Instagram, so don't ask me what we do on there.
Good to know, because I almost reached out to you on Twitter to ask you on the show.
Yeah. I've been
We have
tagging
somebody
you
else for
guys
that.
and stuff.
That's Rihanna.
Ah, yes. Pennsylvania. Super wonderful one.
Yeah, awesome girl.
So over at First Sip Brew Box, you can find us on all of our social media handles. Really easy. They're all the same. At First Sip Brew Box. If you're on LinkedIn, today I actually created a First Sip Brew Box LinkedIn business profile where we get to write and house our own content on there. And fun fact, I shared some of my wits in the craft beer community, and it trended so well, LinkedIn actually featured it under craft beer, which I was super pumped up about. And reach out to us at firstsipbrewbox.com. Get a brew box, help us pay our electric bill because it's about to get dark. We're doing great, but we love you guys. Reach out to us. Peace.
Right on. And if you want to find us on social media, all you have to do is search Hop Nation USA, and that'll get it to Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And if you want to listen to brand new episodes of the Hop Nation USA podcast every Friday, as you should, then search Hop Nation USA on your favorite podcatcher like Stitcher, Podbean, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and everything else. Overcast, Pocket Cast, Laughable. We're on all of them. I can't find one that we're not on. So that's a good thing.
Very true.
Wow.
It's a good thing. With that in mind, though, if you're on any of those platforms, leave us a 5-star review because
We are a 6-ho show, but they only let us use 5.
and that's a bigger crime than Dennis punching the goddamn table while we're trying to do plugs.
You know, my notebook was falling, and to stop it from hitting the ground to make a sound on carpet,
Right.
I just hit the whole table instead.
Yes, he did.
So that's how I enter a room quietly.
Dennis, not a jewel thief.
Oh, hell no. I am. Both of us, we're too big to be jewel thieves.
Absolutely.
We're not getting away
Kidding
with
me?
anything.
I set off laser alarms, not even trying to steal stuff.
But I can see you guys being the heavies out front of the jewelry store saying, you don't want to go in there
But
right
to
now.
be fair, if shit goes down, me and Steve are out. We're going to meet at a local pub. And we're like, what a bunch of suckers. They really thought we were going to help them.
At best. At best. Dennis and I are the henchmen that show up when Batman tries to fight the Riddler.
Yes.
And he says, "Get 'em, boys." And
Yes.
Dennis and I get punched once, and we fucking spin around and wander off. Like, we don't even fall down. We just disappear off camera.
Steve, the accuracy of that statement transcends the heavens. It is.
I know how we would roll. We go, "Oh no, Batman's here."
You know what?
Oh, he hit us.
Fuck
Time
this.
to go.
We're going to a food truck.
Right. Time to go get some
Allegheny
hoagies.
City has gaucho out front. We're getting us some Argentinian foods.
Ooh, or if Blue Sparrow shows up with that fucking the banh mi they do.
Dude, they do so many like custom like once ever
Yeah.
sandwiches.
Yeah.
Oh God. All right, we always lead back to this, Steve.
All right. I think it's time to shut down the show.
Sandwiches.
It's sandwich time.
Sandwiches.
Time for hoagies.
Hoagies.
We'll see you in the new year of 2020 with hoagies.
Undoubtedly.